E and S were kissing. Hey! Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, study with me while I tell you a story time. So today's story time is how I found out that my male best friend, was secretly doing things behind my back with my sister. Let's get into it. So let's call my male best friend E and my sister S, right? So I've known E since like we were in high school, just since high school, and we've been friends, and so my family knows him and we know each other's families, right? And then S is my sister, my little sister. Sharp. So obviously he's always welcome to my house. He comes over. So this one Christmas, my family hosted like a gathering where my aunts and uncles, relatives come over to hang out. And since I see E as a brother or family, I invited him over, right? E comes. Obviously, my sister knows E. Obviously, S knows E. She's seen him, but they're not close. Like, she knows him as my best friend, nothing else, right? Fine. And now we were hanging out, and obviously, since E is my guest, he will mostly be with me. Like in the kitchen is with me, in the living room is with me, because we're best friend. Like, why would I leave my guest like alone, right? So this time, so now we're in the kitchen, and now we were cleaning up the kitchen, washing dishes and everything after the party was wrapping up, right? And then my sister and I are just chatting, and then E and my brother be somewhere, right? I'm in the living room or somewhere. And then she's something like, no, do you know that I used to like one of your friends, male? I'm like, which one? And she's like, the one that is here. Guys, not gonna lie to you, he is handsome to people. For me, he's my best friend. Obviously, he's ugly. So when she says she finds him cute, I'm like, huh? The same best friend I've known since high school telling me you find him attractive. Like, yeah, I do. I'm like, okay. But I just told her that, no, please be careful. Don't confess your feelings, because he has liked this girl since grade 8. This girl he's been liking since grade 8. And he still likes her till today. So now I'm like, girl, if you wanna shoot your shot, be careful, because I know he might end up breaking her heart, because he doesn't like anyone but the girl he knew since grade 8, right? Next thing you know, we done clean the kitchen. Now we're cleaning up. Next thing you know, she's telling me, remember I'm her sister, she's telling me, no, Joyce, can you please leave? I would like to talk to him in privately, or I talk to E in the kitchen privately. I'm like, okay, no problem. I was praying that she was not gonna confess. Guys, I was actually praying like, no, she better not confess, because if she did, guys. So sharp, I go to the living room. I sit down there, hang out with my brother. We're speaking, hanging, watching TV with the kids. I'm hanging out with the kids, and E and S are in the kitchen. Fine. Next thing you know, I will, and now I'm also now it's taking too long. I'm like, no, let me go and see what's going on. As I go, I come there, I'm seeing her cry. I'm like, yo, that means he rejected her. And then I'm asking E what's happened, what did you say to her? And then she's telling E not to tell me what he said. I'm like, girl, you protecting him after he just broke your heart? I was like, okay. Finally, I'm trying to console her and to make her feel better and everything. And she stops crying, then things like she stops crying and everything. And he rejected her, and yo guys, it was so emotional. I couldn't imagine seeing my sister cry over my male best friend. It was kind of like weird. I just consolidated her and everything, and then next thing you know, fine, he goes back home and things are back to normal. Like, he goes back home and now she's heartbroken. The next day, we go to the park with me and her, and my brothers and my cousins all go out to the park to like hang out. Then she tell me like what he said to her and everything. He told her she's a beautiful girl, the guy was lucky to have her in her life, but for him she wasn't the person that he wanted, because he liked someone else deeply, right? And obviously I felt bad for my sister. It's like, I think it was her first rejection. That's why she cried there. It was her first rejection, and guys, first rejection never easy. So I had to like be with her and everything, and after that everything went back to normal. Like, but she just didn't like him, right? She's like trying to see him anymore and everything. When he came to our house, she would avoid him. It was really that bad. Fine. Then few months later, I leave for university, right? And since my university is far from home, I'm not around as much with my sister and my siblings and my family, so I live far. But he stayed back home. He started to study close to home because of his mother and his family. And yeah, so then he will like, that was the hard wins, right? So this one recess, I came back home. Everything was normal. My sister and E are cool. Nothing's bad. They're just like friends. Nothing looked crazy, right? Then like one day, my younger brother pulled me aside to Joyce. No, I think something going between E and S. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I feel like it's okay that they're now back to like normal people, like, because it was so awkward when they were together in a room. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm grateful for the fact that they moved past what happened in Christmas, right? And then he's like, I'm like, bro, you just being crazy. I think you're overreacting. I'm like, okay, no problem. And then, because I know there's no way you would like her. Like, there's no way she'll go back to him because he rejected her. Like, our sister is not that dumb. She ain't that dumb. She might be in high school and may do crazy things, but she ain't that dumb, right? Because the nigga rejected you, right? And shop, and then next thing you know, my brother was like, no, Joyce, just check his chat with your sister. Okay, fine. Then so E and I have each other's face IDs on each other's phone, so anytime I just want to take it, like the day he came to see me, I took his phone, I went to do the Instagram. They took to speak to Instagram. Oh, I thought as much. They speak through Instagram, and then also they send her the reels. I'm like, okay, that's normal. Like, I normally do that with everyone, like. And I didn't read much into it and let it go. I'm sharp. I even asked him, like, no, I can see him and nothing's going on between him and my sister, right? Fine. Things are normal. I think everything's going okay, right? Nothing crazy, nothing too crazy. So it was like, okay, just each other the reels. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Like, I really appreciate that. Fine. Next thing you know, now it's the weekend. Like, it's the weekend where me and my family are just going out and having fun, right? We go for a picnic, right? Go for a picnic, and like you're having fun playing around my siblings and my cousin, just having fun and everything. Then my brother uses our sister's phone for something, right? It's his phone, right? Like, I think take photos or something, right? And then he sees a text, right? And then he comes running to me. I'm like, why this boy running to me like he's on fire? He runs to me, and he's literally, I'm seeing chats between E and S, talking about kissing each other and how they were first kissed. Guys, I was shocked. I was so shocked. What do you mean that E and S were kissing? Hey! I was so shocked. My heart dropped. And then when my sister saw my face from afar, she ran after me trying to take away the phone. Then I ran away from her. And I took my phone, I took pictures of the chats. Then I gave back her phone, and then now I walk away, and then she walks after me, and I will walk away from the family. She's like, no, Joyce, it's not what you think. I'm like, girl, something's off. Like, what's going on? She's like, Joyce, don't think about much into it. Don't think about it. It's not that deep. And then I asked, do you like him? Like, yeah, I think I do. Yo, guys. I'm like, but after he rejected you, you still like him? Like, Joyce, I'm like, yeah, I still do and everything. Do you think he likes you? She's like, she doesn't know. Okay, Gail. Fine. And then now everything's making sense now. It had each other's numbers, imagine. I was like, when did they reach there? Like, okay, but no problem. And then no, she just said they only kissed once, right? I'm like, okay, it's okay. Maybe they caught in the moment, but they may just kissed once. And then my brother told me that Joyce, no, he has been coming to our house a lot to see S. I know later, that was later, and I'm like, what would they do? You know, they just hang out and go out, walk in the park, and maybe that's when I thought maybe that's when they kissed, right? Fine. I'm like, okay, that the kiss is fine, and not big a problem. Then the next time when I see him eat during the recess, I asked him, is anything going between you and my sister? And then I'm like, if you lie to me, I know the truth, right? And then he tells me the truth that, oh no, yeah, they've been meeting up a lot. He comes out to see her. They would go to park and they would kiss, not once but multiple times. My sister told me once, but this guy said multiple times, and I know he won't lie to me. So I'm like, so you've been kissing my sister after you rejected her? You told them, I'm like asking, do you like? He's like, he doesn't know. Oh my word! And I'm like, are you just using her? I don't know what's going. But I was like, this is the same. You rejected her like months ago, and now you're the same guy who's kissing her. And first of all, I was so mad because why do you keep it to a secret? Because I asked you the first time if anything's going between you and my sister. You said nothing's going on. Now I found out you are actually having things behind my back. I was so mad. I was so angry because that's my best friend and that's my sister. Like, that shouldn't be working. Unless you're planning on marrying my sister or my brother, my friend should never be dating either my siblings at all, because that's a rule that I really take seriously, right? And then he just tells me like how it started, like they're speaking like for a while, like back in like April, and they've been speaking, and that's what became naturally, just started talking, became closer and not led to another, apparently so. And then I asked him what is his intention with my sister, and he was like, I don't know how I feel about her. You can't be kissing my sister. You don't know what you feel about her. What was the purpose of you kissing her in the first place? So then I realized, no, this guy never actually liked her at all. And I shouted at him, and I told him I don't like what he did to my sister and everything, and he apologized and so it never happened again. And he really felt bad because it's not like him to do this, like it's unlike him, right? So I actually understood, like, somehow, somewhat. And then eventually the situationship between him and my sister actually died out, like literally. I don't know how. I think me finding out maybe ruined everything. I don't know, but it literally ended, and they started calling each other ugly. They can't speak about each other in front of each other's face. Like, mentioning their name or something off was a big deal, like, really. And they like literally ended everything back to normal. They don't speak anymore, and yeah, now back to normal. I'm still friends with my best friend, and still my sister, and then like it's much better now. No more awkwardness. It's just like, don't mention his name in front of me. Don't mention her name in front of me. Don't make. I don't think what I mean. I would make jokes. About the situation, and I would be like, oh my, remember what you did, and then he gets upset about it. You shouldn't have done that. You should have never done that. You should not let me find out. Like, and then how it happened, and then how that's how died that guy, and it ended. And it's a story time of how my boy best friend was secretly having a situationship behind my back with my sister. Imagine. Disclaimer alert, guys, this is not my story. This ain't my story. This is a story from a friend who needs advice on how to deal with the situation, and if she was in the wrong or if she was in the right. So please don't think it's my story. It's not. It's someone else's story. The question the actual sister have is that, was she in the right to actually be upset about the situation, or was she overreacting? Please let me know down in the comments. And thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Bye.